am a woman in conservation, and this year's World Wildlife Day theme is Tech in Service of Nature. And the Global Conservation Tech and Drone Forum brought together policymakers, technologists, and leaders in conservation to discuss about the most pressing issues facing conservation with a tech-forward lens. And today we tell you the solutions that they came up with right here on Tech on Tech. You are rightly tuned in. My name is Stephanie Ayata. The hashtag is Tech on Tech at KBC Channel 1.
We attended the Global Conservation Tech and Drone Forum in Nairobi, where innovators, researchers, and conservation leaders gathered to discuss how technology is shaping the future of wildlife protection. Kenya is increasingly adopting technology-driven solutions to tackle some of conservation's biggest challenges, including wildlife crime, climate pressure, and human-wildlife conflict. Experts say modern conservation is moving away from reactive approaches toward intelligence-led systems that predict and prevent threats before they occur. At the forum, conservation leaders emphasize that tools like drones, sensor networks, and real-time data platforms are becoming essential operational tools for wildlife protection. Kenya Wildlife Service is increasingly deploying drone technology and real-time monitoring systems to strengthen ranger operations and improve response to threats in protected areas. According to conservation experts, these tools allow rangers to monitor vast landscapes more efficiently while also improving their safety during patrols.
As a Blackout team, we are launching one of our greatest events, that is merging technology, artificial intelligence, and our skills in enhancing our monitoring of our landscapes. Like you're all aware, in this country, we have 24 national parks, 29 national reserves, and a couple of marine reserves, like 6 of them. And we have a network of more than 276 community and private conservancies. All cumulatively, they cover about 24% of this country. That network can only now be surveyed and monitored using technology. And therefore, as Kenya Wildlife Service, we have embraced the use of drones. This is a new concept that has come into us, and we are seeing the use of drones embedded into artificial intelligence. We are also adding that into our other ranger programs, and the LoLa one, the long-range communication network, that is really working for us in this expansive network of collecting data from morning to evening, and this is leading to the protection and the conservation of not only our wildlife, but the species or the landscapes that we are protecting. This is an interesting area for us. We have a team of more than 1,500 new recruits that we want to keep on empowering and introducing to this new technology to ensure that they have the capability of monitoring our species, even including monitoring what is happening within our cross-border conservation areas here.
Drones are emerging as one of the most powerful tools in modern conservation. They can monitor wildlife population, detect illegal activities, and help track animals across the vast and often inaccessible landscapes. Unlike helicopters, drones are cheaper to operate and can reach areas that are difficult for humans to access. They are already being used in several conservancies to improve wildlife surveillance and enhance security.
We, the rangers, we are the people who are in the front line, and our lives are always in danger. We are the people who are put in front to protect the nature that cannot protect itself. So for us, we normally make sure that the rangers are well looked after, and what I mean by well looked after is their welfare. And most of the things that we are using today, like technology, those are the things that are protecting our rangers, that are making their lives easier. And by having things like drones, automated or AI cameras that we have down there in Lewa, because in Lewa we have rhinos and other endangered animals, As you know very well, even the poachers, even the enemies who are looking for rhino horn and elephant tusk are also using modern technology nowadays. We have seen, like 2 years ago, there was a neighboring conservancy where poachers tried to see where the rangers are using drones. So even as we the rangers, because I myself have worked as a ranger for the past over 20 years, and I've seen the evolution of threats. Because in the past, poachers used to walk. Now poachers are driving vehicles. They are using technologies. Also, even us, the rangers, we have to up our game, because if we don't do that, we cannot be able to compete with them. And always, we people doing the conservation, we want to be ahead of the game.
Through collaborations between technologists and conservation practitioners, new ideas are emerging on how drone technology can better support wildlife protection efforts across Africa. Drones can also help conservation teams identify injured animals, monitor migration patterns, and detect potential poaching threats before they escalate. Technology innovation isn't only happening in wildlife parks, it's also taking shape in Kenya's growing technology hubs. Konza Technopolis, Kenya's flagship smart city, is positioning itself as a platform for testing emerging technologies, including drone systems that could support conservation efforts. Konza hosts Kenya's National Drone Corridor, a controlled testing environment where innovators can develop and experiment with drone technologies. Interestingly, the development has also preserved a wildlife corridor within the city's design, demonstrating how technology and conservation can coexist.
Konza Technopolis is a licensed drone corridor, and we have a regulated drone airspace where drones will be able to participate in live demonstration in order to showcase the technology that is being used in conservation. And Konza Technopolis has provided that enabling environment for our researchers, technology enthusiasts, and developers to participate in this forum. Now, as Konza Technopolis, we have a national data center that is capable to handle big data. You know, drone technology and conservation requires huge spaces. So Konza has offered the cloud computing environment that is able to manage big data, ability to have machine learning in the cloud ecosystem that is able to support the drone technology. Also, looking at the Data Protection Act of 2019, we are able to preserve this data within our country. And therefore, these are some of the regulations that will govern the drone technology environment that we are deploying in Konza Technopolis, and also ensuring that we are in compliance with the civil aviation and civil aviation regulations of the country.
Experts say innovation hubs can play a key role in accelerating solutions by providing environments where researchers, startups, and conservation organizations can collaborate. Beyond conventional drones, researchers are now developing more advanced systems designed specifically for conservation. One such initiative is the Wild Drone Project, which integrates robotics, computer vision, and wildlife ecology. The goal is to develop autonomous drones capable of long-range monitoring while minimizing disturbance to animals.
As you see, this is a glider, a fixed wing, so it has to fly forward. It's also able to fly quite far just by itself. And another example like this one, if it stops, it just falls straight down. Whereas this, for example, also can brake in the air, so it lessens the impact on the ground once it's done flying as well.
And if I can add to this, we also have actually 2 of our PhD candidates who are studying the impact of drone noise on the animals. So what they studied is they identified different altitudes for different animals, because it's very important for us to avoid disturbing the animals. So they really worked on that to understand what is a safe altitude for us to fly to avoid disturbing the animals in any way. And also, as Benjamin said, we have different kinds of drones. So the drones like this one, we call it a multi-rotor. Their noise profile really pushes the noise downwards, which can disturb the animals much more than this aircraft. Because this aircraft, for example, since the propeller is on the front, usually the noise goes behind it and it doesn't go downwards towards the animal. So it's much less impactful on the animals.
These drones are fitted with solar panels to extend flight time, allowing them to monitor large conservation areas for longer periods. They are also designed to operate with minimal noise, ensuring that wildlife behavior is not disrupted. Researchers hope that innovations like this will inspire local innovators in Kenya and across Africa to design technologies tailored specifically to conservation needs.
The main reason we put solar panels is, aside from being green, like drones usually are always promoted as being a green technology because they're electric. We don't really use a lot. There are some of them that are fuel powered, but most of them are electric. But the reason this one specifically has solar panels is because we want to use it to do large area mapping. So we work in Olpajata next to Nanyuki, and it's a 360 kilometer square conservancy. So if we were to use like typical drones to do a mapping mission of this huge area, we'll need to land every half hour. Whereas with the solar panels, if the weather is good, we're able to stay up in the air 8 or even 12 hours a day, depending on the weather. We tested it last week. Unfortunately, the weather was not great, so we managed to stay up to 3 hours and 15 minutes roughly in the air. But in good weather, it should be up the whole day. So that's why we have solar panels. Yeah. Okay. And my colleague Benjamin can tell you about why the choice of, because this glider was really built for the Kenyan context, and I think Benjamin can tell you more about it.
I'll try to. So first of all, I tried to design it with a reusability in mind, with repairability in mind, and ease of manufacturing as well. So we used reused foam, recycled foam, to make the wings. We made sure that it's easy to make even in the fields if you need to do that as well. It's made out of foam, so if it breaks, you just use hot glue, a bit of tape, and then it's good to go again. The solar panels are kind of durable. They're still, of course, not perfect for braking, but they're durable, so they can handle a little bit of impact. The choice of colors is just to show that it's not a dangerous drone. We're doing this. Exactly, yeah. It's nice and happy colors. But also the manufacturing processes. We used a lot of 3D printing, which you can do almost everywhere now.
What about the electronics?
The electronics are just off-the-shelf electronics. So if you're able to just gather, what's it called? So if you're able to source the electronics, it can also be quite cheap as well.
Beyond protecting wildlife, conservation technology initiatives are also empowering communities. Programs linked to the forum focus on education, mentorship, and storytelling, particularly for young people interested in conservation and technology. One such initiative, She's Heard, supports vulnerable girls through education, mentorship, and leadership opportunities.
My husband David Guerin and John T. Slater came up with a concept of trying to combine drones and conservation and bringing together an event that would allow people to network and talk to each other. And a year later, now we have this conference. I am helping during the conference to promote She Is Heard, which is a group of an organization that helps not just Tanzanian but African women be more empowered and feel like that they too can have goals to achieve jobs like being a drone pilot and making a difference in conservation. I think what we're trying to do is the organization, Stories of Courage, the Girls Foundation of Tanzania, trying to promote different job opportunities for girls. Us here today, we are selling these products, and any money that will go that we make will be going towards this foundation. But there are many other foundations that are equally worthy. This is just one that we are aware of and that we have been using.
Participants use storytelling and advocacy to promote conservation awareness while also sharing their personal journeys. Experts say empowering communities is critical to ensuring long-term conservation success. The future of conservation is increasingly becoming a story of innovation. From drone technology and artificial intelligence to data-driven decision-making, technology is giving conservationists powerful new tools to protect wildlife and ecosystems. But as experts at the Global Conservation Tech and Drone Forum emphasized, technology alone is not enough. Partnerships between scientists, policymakers, communities, and innovators will be essential in ensuring these tools make a lasting impact.
Today is a day for women in conservation.
This is not just a gathering. This is a decision-making space. The next phase of women in conservation is not participation, it is power. Power in governance, power in investment decisions, power in systems design, power in technology leadership. When women are decision makers in conservation, the conversation shifts towards long-term stewardship, accountability, and intergenerational thinking. When women shape conservation systems, conservation becomes stronger, smarter, and more sustainable. And that is the future we're here to build.
Looking at how drone technology and AI is transforming conservation, what more do you think tech can do in this space? Talk to us. The hashtag is TechOnTech at KBC Channel 1. Until next time, stay informed and stay innovative.